Many people had gathered on the solemn occasion of her husband's funeral service. The widow stood up to address the gathering. She held up what seemed like a really old piece of paper, and she explained to the gathering that this is something her husband had kept in his wallet since long before they were married. This little piece of paper had prevented him from getting angry at others or even becoming negative toward himself. People were curious, what is this piece of paper about? So she shared the story that when her husband had been a teenager, he was attending an all-boys high school. And there was a major fight that was about to break out in his classroom. It had been brewing for days. The class teacher sensed the tension in the environment, and she used the last opportunity to exert her authority. She told every student to stay at their desk and carefully tear out a page from their notebooks. Then she instructed every student in the class to write at the top of the page the name of the boy in that class that they hated the most. They all obeyed. Then she ordered them to draw a vertical line down the middle of the page below the name of this boy. A neat vertical line down the middle of the page. And to the left of the line, to write down all the reasons why they hate that boy so much. Her class happily obliged and got to filling out the left side of the page. Now, she commanded, once they were done, on the right side of this line, I want you to write down all the things that you respect and admire about this boy that you hate so much. This was very hard for the boys to do. She had to force them to complete this task. Fold your piece of paper carefully along the vertical line. Tear it in half. I will come around with the wastebasket. The left-hand pieces of paper where you have written down all the reasons why you hate this boy, who you consider your enemy, I would like you to crumple and put into the wastebasket. The right side of the paper, where you have written the thing that you respect and admire about this boy, I'd like you to go over to them and politely hand it over to them. Do it. The widow went on to explain that this old piece of paper that she was holding up, this was a right-hand piece that her husband's worst enemy at high school had given to him all those years ago. It described all the things that the boy respected and admired in her husband when he was a boy. Her husband kept this piece of paper very carefully. Whenever he was about to get angry, he would pull out this piece of paper and remind himself that if his worst enemy could see in him all these good qualities, then he too is capable of seeing some redeeming qualities in his own enemies. Also, whenever he was close to getting depressed, he would pull out this piece of paper and remind himself that if his own enemy could see such fine characteristics in him, things to admire in him, then maybe he can also see them in himself. And this is why he had kept this little piece of paper with him all his life. It had made him a more accepting, contented, and peaceful man. So that's the story, and it's from a book by Ajahn Brahm. And he's saying that, yeah, if you don't like yourself, get out a piece of paper, draw a line. On the left side, write down all the things you don't like about yourself. On the right side, write down all the things you like about yourself. Now tear it in half, throw away the left side, and just keep the right side. Refer to this regularly. It'll provide you with self-esteem. It'll save you a lot of money by not having to go to psychologists and psychiatrists. Also, when you're resenting someone, angry with someone, or even hating someone, pull out a piece of paper, write their name on top, draw a line down the middle. On the left side, write down all their terrible, unforgivable qualities. On the right side, write down all the things you respect and admire about them. Again, tear the paper in half. Throw away the left side and remind yourself of what's written on the right side. If you're brave enough, go and even give them what's written on the right side or convey it to them one way or the other. What a powerful way of healing our relationships. What a powerful way of coming out of anger and improving our self-esteem, self-belief, self-concept. How wonderful, how wonderful.